What is it like to grow up under the shadow of a legendary family name? Can wealth, talent, and opportunity protect one from the trials of human existence? These are the questions that surrounded the life of Carter Vanderbilt Cooper, a man whose brief but poignant story continues to resonate. As the son of the iconic Gloria Vanderbilt and the elder brother of journalist Anderson Cooper, Carter seemed destined for greatness. Yet his life, a delicate blend of privilege, intellect, and tragedy, offers a compelling narrative of both promise and pain. Who was Carter Vanderbilt Cooper beyond his family name? And what can his story teach us about the intricate layers of human existence? His life, though marked by privilege, revealed the vulnerability of the human spirit when faced with such unique struggles. Carter Vanderbilt Cooper was born into one of America's most storied dynasties, the Vanderbilt family. Known for their staggering wealth amassed during the Gilded Age, the Vanderbilts were emblematic of American success, building an empire rooted in shipping and railroads. However, Carter's upbringing was more than just one of opulence. It was steeped with the complexities of fame and expectation. His mother, Gloria Vanderbilt, was not only an heiress, but also a creative force in the worlds of fashion and art, ensuring that Carter grew up surrounded by innovation and ambition. Gloria often spoke about her dedication to giving her children a grounded upbringing despite their circumstances, emphasizing love and creativity over material excess. Yet, for Carter, the family name was both a privilege and a heavy mantle, forcing him to navigate a world that demanded excellence while grappling with its pressures. Carter's childhood unfolded against a backdrop of numerous family controversies and dramas that inevitably shaped his experience. Gloria Vanderbilt's tumultuous love life brought on a series of upheavals, including multiple marriages and divorces, which created an unstable household environment. One of the most infamous family dramas was the highly publicized custody battle over Gloria herself when she was a child, a bitter feud between her aunt and her mother that set the tone for her adult relationships and parenting style. Carter also grew up witnessing the fallout from Gloria's marriage to his father, Wyatt Cooper, whose tragic death during open-heart surgery in 1978 left a significant emotional void. The combination of Gloria's financial struggles and her emotional volatility often meant that Carter and Anderson were exposed to adult concerns far earlier than most children. The scrutiny of the media, which had long followed the Vanderbilt legacy, added yet another layer of pressure to the family's private affairs. These events would inevitably shape Carter's introspective nature and his attempts to find stability amid the chaos. From an early age, Carter demonstrated a keen intellect and love for learning. He attended prestigious schools, including Dalton, and later enrolled at Princeton University, where he majored in English and excelled academically. Literature was his passion, a subject that allowed him to explore ideas and emotions beyond the constraints of his reality, often connecting him to the works of authors like F. Scott Fitzgerald and James Joyce. This intellectual curiosity made him a thoughtful conversationalist and a deep thinker, qualities admired by those who knew him well. After graduation, Carter pursued a career in magazine publishing, joining American Heritage as a book editor. In this role, he contributed to preserving and sharing American history, a subject that fascinated him and aligned with his love of storytelling. His colleagues noted his sharp mind, meticulous nature, and ability to bring fresh perspectives to historical narratives. Carter shared a close bond with his mother, Gloria Vanderbilt, though their relationship was not without its challenges. While Gloria often referred to Carter as her golden boy, some speculate that her high expectations for him created a subtle yet persistent pressure. Gloria's creative and emotional intensity, while inspiring, could also be overwhelming for her children. Some critics have suggested that Gloria's approach to parenting may have been overly demanding, especially toward Carter, whom she'd expected to embody the family's intellectual and cultural legacy. In contrast, Anderson Cooper, the younger son, has occasionally been seen as the favorite due to his easier temperament and his ability to charm his mother. Anderson himself acknowledged that his mother admired his independence, whereas Carter may have felt the weight of being under her emotional anchor. This perceived dynamic, whether real or imagined, might have influenced Carter's reserved nature and his struggle to balance his own identity within his family's expectations. Despite this, Carter formed meaningful relationships and cherished his role within the family. He often served as a stabilizing force for Gloria during her tumultuous marriages and life challenges, stepping into a role of a confident and emotional supporter. Friends describe Carter as deeply empathetic, a trait that allowed him to form close and trusting bonds. Many who knew him noted that he had an uncanny ability to listen without judgment, offering insights that often belied his young age. Gloria herself referred to Carter as her rock during moments of emotional upheaval, particularly following the death of her husband, Wyatt Cooper. In the aftermath of Wyatt's passing, Carter became a source of strength for both his mother and his younger brother Anderson, taking on responsibilities that might have seemed heavy for someone so young. However, the pressure to live up to his mother's vision, combined with his introspective nature, may have contributed to feelings of isolation. Gloria's deep immersion with her artistic pursuits, while a source of inspiration, sometimes created an emotional distance between her and her children. Carter, being sensitive and eager to please, often found himself navigating this gap by trying to meet the high standards she set. At times, he was expected to be the embodiment of her ideals, intellectual, cultured, and emotionally mature. Friends and family have speculated that this pressure, coupled with the relentless scrutiny of being a Vanderbilt, left Carter struggling to reconcile his personal identity with the expectations placed upon him. Meanwhile, Anderson's natural resilience and charm allowed him to thrive under Gloria's dynamic personality, further intensifying perceptions of favoritism within the family. Carter's introspection and quiet nature, while cherished by those closest to him, may have contributed to a sense of being overshadowed in both his public and private life. Tragically, Carter's life came to an abrupt and heartbreaking end on July 22, 1988, when he fell from the terrace of his mother's Manhattan apartment. At just 23 years old, his death shocked both his family and the public, particularly because of the mysterious circumstances. The incident, ruled a suicide, left behind questions about the inner struggles Carter may have endured and the silent battles he faced. For Gloria Vanderbilt, the loss was shattering, leading her to describe it as the defining tragedy of her life. She recounted in her memoir, A Mother's Story, that the moment before his fall, Carter looked back at her, an image she said would haunt her forever. This deeply personal tragedy highlighted the fragility of life, even for those who seemed to have every advantage the world had to offer. For years, Gloria grappled with guilt, questioning whether her parenting style had contributed to Carter's struggles and his untimely death. Carter's death also profoundly impacted Anderson Cooper, who has spoken candidly about how the tragedy shaped his worldview. Anderson often reflects on how the loss of his brother gave him a deeper appreciation for the impermanence of life and the importance of connection. In interviews, Anderson has described Carter as his protector, someone who offered him wisdom and support during their childhood. The loss left an indelible mark on Anderson, inspiring him to dedicate his life to understanding and reporting human suffering. His ability to connect with people across all walks of life, particularly in times of crisis, is often attributed to the empathy and perspective he gained from his brother's passing. Through his work as a journalist, Anderson carries forward a piece of Carter's legacy, honoring his brother's depth and thoughtfulness in his own way. Carter's brief life continues to inspire conversations about mental health and the unseen struggles individuals may face, even amidst privilege. His death brought to life the importance of addressing emotional well-being, a topic that remains vital today. Gloria Vanderbilt often paid tribute to Carter through her artwork, creating pieces that captured the essence of his spirit and the void his absence left behind. Her paintings and collages reflected a mother's grief, but also a celebration of her son's intellect, kindness, and untapped potential. These tributes, along with Anderson's reflections, ensure that Carter is remembered not merely for how he died, but for how he lived. He stands as a reminder of the complexity of human life and the importance of compassion in understanding each other's silent battles. Ultimately, Carter Vanderbilt Cooper's story is one of contrasts, privilege and pain, potential and loss, public prominence and private struggle. His life, though tragically short, holds valuable lessons about the complexities of identity, family, and mental health. As we reflect on Carter's journey, we are reminded that even those who seem to have everything are not immune to life's challenges. His story invites us to look beyond appearances and recognize the humanity that connects us all, no matter our circumstances. In his memory, his family continues to teach us about resilience, love, and the pursuit of understanding, ensuring his legacy endures. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or considering self-harm, know that help is available. The suicide hotline at 988 is available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Know that none of us are beyond help.